Hello everyone and welcome back. We are on day 43. Need to assess what we were doing last time. It's been a few days since I have messed around with this save game. Certainly want to change that out. See what else we can do. Well, we can read you. Scrap these night vision goggles. Don't know if you have any experience with those, but they are pretty awful. I'll go ahead and give you the heads up. We'll keep the bandana just in case. Put our iron and steel away. Sniper barrel is going to go in here. Okay. Let's see. What do we need to take? Plan is to go over to where we were building that new base. Get started on that again, because as it is now, we're another 7 days before the next horde arrives. So we're going to have plenty of time. We are out of iron. We should get more of that. Certainly know we should have stone after all of the mining we did over there. And I think we have pretty much everything over there that we needed to have over there. This should all just burn out over time. We could take some more gas. I think we had repair kits over there. I'm going to take this engine. I don't remember. Well, I have it right here on me. Okay, so we did have a better engine. So it looks like we have the best parts that we could have. What day was it that we looted the hub city? I am sure that I marked that. We looted the hardware stores. 39, 31. Whoa. I think we've been over there since then, and I just didn't mark it. I've not done a good job on keeping up with that. So we're going to eat. Oh. And apparently we're going to be taking on a screamer horde, as that seems to be what happens every time I go to do something. Yep, there it is. There it is, folks. Check my resolution here. I'm going to throw on, what is this? Distant objects get blurred. Not worried about that. Motion blur. Let's throw that on high quality and see what happens. I think I had that on before. I don't know why I turned some of that stuff off. At some point I was doing something and I think it's when I had changed. Whoa. I think it's when I had changed to 4K. I was trying to 3160 resolution. And I'll take all of that. And I had to turn some things off. It looked really good, but I couldn't get any more than about 45 frames per second or so. Right, this guy's going to beat me to death. Get down, son. Look at all those bullets on that guy. Goodness. Oh, really? So maybe, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to go to the new base today and work on it. We're just going to fight. Oh, I'm going to die. We're just going to fight zombies here around the old base. Oh boy. Let's see. Scrap you, scrap you, scrap you as well, and scrap you if we have, yep, we have enough space. So that guy's just going to wander right on into the hole over there. He's, oh, okay, there he goes. Well, we'll just have to take it. So that's a little annoying. We're going to take that out of the way. Close this up, and hopefully we're just going to dump this right here in this chest. I'm not going to go back down to the bottom. Maybe we won't dump it in this chest. Look at all of that junk. My goodness. Okay. We'll throw out the tank top and stick the shoddy in there. We'll take these vitamins. So I need to come back over at some point and sort through all that stuff. There's a lot of good loot in there. Not a lot, but there's some good loot in there. So let's ride back over to the old hub. The hub-a-lub. Jump on the bike and ride. Let's check our fuel. Get her capped off. And I think we had everything that we needed over there. If I did my job properly, then I took enough resources, food and supplies, and dropped it all off. Looks like a pig stuck in the road. Probably at some point we'll go back to that mine in the desert and take care of some more mining there as well. So we're certainly going to need more iron for the spike pit that's going to surround this this base. It's not massive, but it's going to be a lot larger than the bunker we're in. And it's going to be a 3-wide spike pit as well, so that's going to add to the size of or the amount of how many spikes we do need. Or I don't know if I need better wheels on this thing. It is just skating all over the place. We're going to go back over here. So if you're watching, it's the day after Christmas here. Hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and Santa brought you all that you had asked for. Just got back in from flying a drone around a little bit, trying to get used to that. So every once in a while, my screen is going black here. I think that I have a heat issue in my tower. After this episode is over, I need to do a check on all of that, make sure all my fans are up to the appropriate RPM. It's not the first time that has happened. Boy, this is a pretty healthy ride. It'd be nice when we can get a base set up over here and we don't have to constantly ride back and forth. If I do have all of the necessary items for hanging out over here, I don't see a need to go back over to the other base tonight. We'll spend all day and all night just digging, working. One thing I didn't grab was wood. I think I have a stack of wood here. I know I made 100 ladders. We used some, but we're going to need more ladders. Possibly a few different things we'll have to use wood for. Of course, once we start building the interior walls, which will be a long time from now, I'll absolutely have some more wood. We're going to swing by the old hardware stores and just see. I know I looted them since that 31-day mark, but I did not mark those again. It was pretty foolish of me not to mark those. So let's look at this. Come on, be Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, not a big deal. So we'll just have to play that by ear. At some point we'll... Oh, there's the screen going black again. I don't know what's up with that. It is a little warm in the room up here too, so... And I do have my mixer set up on top of my tower, blocking off one of the vent holes. That could have a little something to do with it as well. Either way, I have to resolve that, because if I'm in the middle of a fight and my screen goes black for 2 or 3 seconds, I'm in a lot of trouble. Never really had that issue until just a day or so ago. All right. A lot of you have commented about the stone, and I guess you probably saw or heard in the past episode or two, I tried the same thing, and you cannot one shot destroy a block underneath the ground with your pickaxe, capped out with miner 69 and all of that. It's just not possible. So I hear, oh, we have plenty of wood, nice. I hear something screaming. I'm gonna take that. We don't need the concrete mix. Kind of sort things out a little bit, see what it was that I needed to take on me. We will take this amount of gas though. So my frames are suffering here for some odd reason. Hey, well, we're going to take our crossbow off of our belt. We don't need that. I hardly use it anymore anyway. Good on food. We're good on water. Should be enough fuel. May not hurt us to take this wood down there with us. I hear something screaming. Oh, it's a spider zombie over there. Okay. Not concerned with that. So I did not decide whether to go back to my old style of bedrock digging or to stick with the way we were doing it. But let's get down in here and see what we were doing and how it looked. Frames, we have enough wood frames to carry with us. Put that there. I did decide to collapse the centermost part right here. Let's do this. Apologize about the noise. Oh. Nice. All right. Well, that is that. Oh, we almost fell down in there. That would not have been good. That would have been a pretty long fall. Don't think we would have survived. Boy, this 200 fuel thing in the auger gets a bit old. I'm spoiled on the server. We have higher settings than that, so... So I don't know if you all grasped what I was saying before when I was talking about digging straight down, but that's how I do it most commonly. Hey, there's plenty of ways you could dig, but seems to be one of the more efficient ways. You could do the ring, much like we've been doing, and go around a ring. But you have to dig this one out first, the way you slide on the rock now. You know, you don't want to slide off into your hole. I want to do it like that. Gets a little tricky when you get to the end. We'll tackle that when we get to it. So we're going to have a lot of this moving forward. But it's not a terribly long way down to the bedrock, so shouldn't be too bad. You know, shouldn't be too bad for us to reload. We're going to have to repair as well. Takes 2 every time. I'm not sure if we're really going to have enough to complete this thing. Maybe while we're over at the base we should have created some more repair kits. Kind of need to get on the bike and ride again as well, and see if we can't find another city that has a working stiff, just to have another one to rotate between all of those days, because you know, we want to get the best blade and best auger parts and all that we can get. Also, I'm holding back on my and it's a good time to reload every time you come up the ladder. Oh, there the zombies are coming. I'm holding back on the keyboard as well as I dig down. So we could probably survive this fall. I'm sure we'd break our leg, but I think we'd survive if I did mess up and fall in that hole, which has, you know, happened a good many times digging out these free fall pits. I think I died a few times on that massive multiplayer design. I was tired and just not focused, and you know, slipped off, fell down in the hole. Good time to reload while you're coming up the ladder each time. Shouldn't take us too long to do this. This is kind of a, you know, painstaking process. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it doing it on here because I feel like, you know, I'm boring you all, and I, you know, try to come up with things to talk about while we're digging this out, as I know how much it's going to take to get this dug out the way I want it. You know, like I said before, big bonus to digging a free fall pit is that you're going to get a ton of stone and iron. Maybe run into some pockets of resources along the way. And that's always something. We'll get up to the top of the ladder. We'll take a look and see what we have for resources. I have done this with a pickaxe before too, so it is very possible to do what you see me doing here. Just takes a little bit longer, but you know, it can be done. A lot less noisy, so you don't have to worry about attracting zombies. Oh, screen went black again. So ladies and gentlemen, after this episode, I'm going to try to fix that issue I'm having with the black screen. I don't know if my power supply is starting to go out on me. I have an 850 watt power supply, so I should be supplying enough power to the components. But it could be getting weak. It is getting a bit old. Usually after computer components get 2 or 3 years old, as much as I use mine, they start to wear a bit. So just have to be careful here how we run out, so we don't run out and jump off the edge. So we're already to the end here, about halfway down. what's so good about this too is that, and I probably should have brought that goldenrod, is that we don't have to go up and out. You know, all I have to do, I can open this up a little bit and I can put a chest right here and I can throw all my stone and iron in it. I could go ahead and create the interior portion of the bunker as well, and how we're going to have it down here, so I could have a forge and all my storages and all of that stuff, but we'll just take it one step at a time. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, especially if I decide to change something. Don't want to have to tear all that down and replace it. So you can hear the zombies up there. There's not much they can do. Should not be able to get down to us. Once again, it's just proof. Even after proving on the video that zombies cannot attack straight down, I still get a lot of people that say they can. But if that were the case, I would have a bunch of zombies in on me right now, because the only thing separating me from them is a wooden frame on these corners. And they'd absolutely come in and destroy those. But you know, as you can see, they're not, or they would just dig through the dirt and the stone, you know, which is just about as easy to break through. So this center piece that you see, I'll just collapse that like we talked about. That'll be one less thing to dig. Kind of a waste of resources, but, you know, we should be good on resources, that we don't have to worry about that. Hear him up there. Sounds like a screamer. Beating on something. Probably those wooden frames that I have stuck up above the surface there. And I may have given them a little lip to beat on there too, so I do have to kind of keep an eye out to make sure that they don't come in on us, because the frames that I placed up there are on uneven terrain, and so if they have any way at all of just beating on those frames straight in front of them, they will fall down in on us. But as far as you see here, if there were a zombie up there and wanted to get in, they would dig straight down, or they would just break those little frames out that we put in. Turned around right there. Whoop. So I apologize, these next couple, this episode and maybe the next one after that, who knows, maybe even the following, we're going to be digging out this this spike pit, because I want to get this done first. I want to get our defenses done first. Then we have the freedom to work without the hindrance of zombies bothering us on the innermost portions. The only thing we have to really look out for are cops. And everything else is going to fall in the pit, and we get to get all of the free loot from the zombies. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We get to get all of the loot from the zombies when they do fall into the pit and die. Zombies have kind of calmed down out there a little bit. I'm going to take a swig of my coffee when I get back in position here. So you see, this is going pretty quickly to say I am going all the way to bedrock. I hear a lot of people complain on my videos of, boy, that's such a boring thing to do. It takes so long. Well, I've seen people create structures and upgrade prefabs that have taken longer to do than what it takes to dig a freefall pit. So, you know, I don't really see where it's all that time consuming. You're going to be mining anyway, so you need stone and you need iron. So why not, you know, oh, look at that iron right there. Iron, gravel, So why not just mine in a way so that you're creating a structure or defense while you're mining? I discovered that many alphas ago when I started working on my first freefall design, and I hit a bunch of resources on the way down, plus the stone and iron, you know, just a stone. I'm sorry you didn't get iron back then, but the stone that I was getting along the way, and I thought, well, hey, you know, I'm mining and getting resources all at the same time as I build my defense. And so I really, stuck to those free fall designs until they did away with it. And so, man, you can't understand the joy and excitement when I realized on Alpha 15 that the free fall damage had been re-enabled, which it should have been. Zombie falls down, 100 feet and hits a steel spike or concrete. They're gonna splat. They're not gonna be a mobile zombie any longer. So, in a real, scenario. So I'm glad they did re-enable. So we have gone through almost 6,000 gas. What we'll do is we'll go out here real quick. We'll take care of whatever zombies have accumulated, because I need to get my food. We better take that splint and throw it in the thingamajiggy. Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's all right. Because it's about to be 2200. My plan is to stay down here all night and do what you see me doing. And so let's throw. We need to make another storage chest. Let's spread them out a little bit, though. Let's put the other one over here. And we'll put all of our stone and our iron in this one. And then it won't be long, and I need to come up with a way to forge all of our stone and iron while we're over here, so we're not having to, we'll put this over in this one. So we're not having to go to the old base to forge all of our stuff. Put our wood here. We'll go ahead and get a couple more cans of gas. Put that there. And our goldenrod tea, we can put that on us as well, because we're gonna need a way we'll cap off our repair kits too. We're not going to use all of those, but it's almost 2200. You got about 30 minutes in game here. I could go ahead and just create ourselves a way to store all of our goods down here instead of having to come up. So we've created a decent amount of hole to bedrock already just in this short bit in the episode. We probably only put, 15 minutes or so into digging, 20 minutes at the most, because we're only 28 into the episode, and I was back at the base for the old base for a good little while. So now we're getting into the honey pot here, honey hole, with all of the iron and all of that stuff. So hopefully this lasts us a good little ways going down. Doesn't look like it's going to, but it's really nice to get mega resources while you're digging. Beautiful. There's the horn. Right. Tell you what, let me take a swig of my coffee here as I get back in place. right. Get ready to open this thing up for business here soon. Put those zombies on the business end of this pit. You know what? We're going to go back one more. I think I'd ended up doing that on the massive multiplayer base design that I did. I did 3 wide as I dug down. The auger will reach there, so... I really think the auger should last a little longer on one tank of gas. I have operated an auger just like this in real life, digging post holes, and you know, they can go for a long time on one tank of gas. Now, as far as digging through stone is not very realistic. I'm sure there are maybe some handheld augers out there that could chip through stone, but the ones that I have operated, you know, will not. They dig through dirt just to put post holes down, but it looks just like this one. It has 2 handles on it, and boy, it will throw you around if you do not hold on tightly. If you hit a root or you know, some, ooh, I almost fell in the pit there, some stone or something, it will absolutely throw you. But you know, if they're going to incorporate it, you know, it'll go a lot longer than this one does on one tank of gas. I have the files on the server have been modded so that the auger holds 1,000 gas. And back on old school days on Alpha 13, the server was modded so that the auger would hold 10,000 gas. Maybe it was 5,000, but either way, it was a lot more than it would hold just normally. So it's going to move a little faster now that we're doing 3 at a time instead of 2. I don't know why I just settled with the 2. Even with a pickaxe, you know, you can go 3 wide and reach out there. The most time-consuming thing is repairing and refueling. If you could just dig straight down over and over and over, you wouldn't have any problem. So, but this is what I was talking about. By making your entrance with your ladder going up like so in the center, you just dig down, you run over to the ladder and go up. Now on like the massive build I did with the free fall pit, I had 5 ways to get up. I had 4 around the outside and 1 in the center. So, you know, it was because it was so large, I had to have more than just 1 way to get up because it would take too long to get around. So, can I get all the way back in the corner and reach there? Let's see if we can. Should be able to. I don't like doing the 4 wide. It barely reaches over there, and I feel like I waste a little bit of fuel when I do 4 wide and have to kind of aim around and make sure I reach the proper spot. Hey, you can't do it, but 2 or 3 is the optimal way to do it to save your fuel. Of course, because you're looking at repair kits as well. And I know we've talked about it before, but that's the reason I don't use guns early and mid-game, is because the amount of repair kits and resources it takes for ammo that you have to use to keep those guns operational. Now, I know now you can combine guns to save those repair kits. Some you can just combine the parts, but you know, still the resources needed to keep guns going. I mean, once you get your sniper skill, your rifle skill capped out, better than that, you can kill those zombies pretty quickly. But like right now, I would have to shoot so many bullets to kill zombies for a horde. You're talking thousands of bullets for a horde, and it's just not worth it. The return for killing those zombies is not worth what you're going to put into making all that ammo and those repair kits for those guns. It's just not. It's so much more efficient just to use a club or a machete, hunting knife, something like that that's easily replenishable and replaceable. You see, you're only out of a little bit of forged iron when your spike club goes bad. So I see a lot of these guys running around, you know, cowboying the zombies with a shotgun or pistol or a rifle, and it's just, man, it costs so much to do that. It's just fun, you know, it's fun to do that and all, but if you're trying to pull your resources early, mid-game, you don't want to be spending all your because you see, I have started picking up all the brass now, and I don't have a whole lot of brass. I mean, let's say right now I started shooting zombies every horde, I would be out of brass by, you know, the first or second horde that came at me. I would have no more. And that's going to make it so that I'm not going to be doing this every episode. I'm going to be out there scavenging houses looking for brass, you know, in any way, any place I can find it. So, I tell you what, we could probably do this now. Come up here. I don't know why I haven't done it already. Oh. And it's nothing against anyone who is willing to do that. My style of gameplay where I create these bases, just it doesn't allow me the luxury of going out and scavenging houses all the time because I'm too focused on gathering the resources I need to build bunkers. And so when I'm on the multiplayer server and there's multiple people for the same common goal, that's a totally different thing, you know. Then you have some people going out and grabbing. So now we have another way up. See, it's a little closer to where we were working there. But just me on my own, I don't have enough time in the day to go out and scavenge enough brass to just keep making bullets over and over and over. So the same thing applies here. We could make ourselves a little scary here with the dirt and the gravel caving in on us, but I have to be careful there. I can absolutely, matter of fact, let's put a couple frames here because that's a good way to bust your behind right there. So in this one episode, we have almost gone 360 degrees around the base with our freefall pit on one loop. So we have one more loop, then the third loop, it doesn't really exist because once we get to bedrock these two times around on this outside loop first and then the inside loop, we'll just go to the very bottom of the spike pit and we will take out the very bottom block of this center spot, this centerpiece, and it will all collapse. We'll move back out of the way, let it all collapse. We will, however, lose all those resources, but it will be a much faster way, and cost-wise, it is much more efficient to just collapse that centerpiece than to have to grind through it. Now, Bad Buck, he's strictly against collapsing things, and I understand, because he does not use augers. He uses a shovel and a pickaxe, so it's not costing him much of anything to, mine. And but with us using an auger, we're using gas and repair kits, and we're lessening the quality of our auger every time we repair. So we want to be as efficient as we can. So now we've made this new entrance to go up the ladder. It's just as quick as like the other side, when we were coming back around. So if some of you have a more efficient method of mining to bedrock to do a free fall pit, please let us know in the comments below. This is the method that I most commonly use, and when you can get, say, 2 or 3 people doing the same method, and you all have augers, boy, you can just chew through a free fall pit, a large free fall pit, in no time. You see, I am only 1 day into this digging, and I've almost gone around the outer ring. That's all you have to do. Let's say you made your spike pit 4 wide. Well, you do the same thing. You go around the outer ring first, then the inner ring, and then you just collapse the center. And so it doesn't matter how wide you make it. You could make it 15 wide if you wanted to. You just have to take out the outer and the inner band, and the rest of it just collapses. You just take the bottom block out. We must be getting pretty close to full. Yeah, we are. It is 4 a.m. now, folks, so we could go on back up and dump off all of the things to the stone and the iron. Boy, we haven't used very many repair kits either. That's good. Get a little bit more gas. Go ahead and eat some cornbread and drink some goldenrod tea. See our augers down to yellow now. We absolutely need to get to that one of those working stiffs here pretty soon, and hope to get some better parts for the auger. But we should be done with this pit. For the most part, all the digging, before we wear our auger completely out to brown and wear it out completely. So let us take the club, step up top here. See that one zombie over there? I don't think she sees me. Maybe she does now. There's some back there. Almost looks like it's not a wandering horde. Hey, lady, come over here and tap you on the shoulder. Tell you what, let's get this stuff out of the way. Sounds like a rabid dog over there. We're gonna have to make a new chest. Could probably stand to go back to the other base, gather up enough resources to burn some forges up here. The only issue we have with that is we are going to attract screamers to us. And you know what that entails. It's going to make it a little more difficult on us, especially if she brings some cops along with her that can look down through those wooden frames. Come over here to me, buddy. Oh. We'll take that. Okay. All right. Very nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the 45-minute mark. I think is a good spot for us to stop. At least for today. We'll stop here. When we pick it up, I'm going to go back down, finish off this outer band around this spike for the spike pit, the free fall, and then we'll do the inner band next episode. And hopefully, because we're over here and we're just going to start right here, we can get the inner and outer band done, collapse the center, and begin working on making some progress towards our free fall pit. Then we can open up the surface level so that they can fall in it once we get all of our spikes and everything in place. And don't see this being ready by the 49-day horde, certainly. But hopefully by the 56-day horde, we may have this thing completed enough, at least, the defense part of it, so that we can use it for that. But thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like what you have seen. And I will see you tomorrow.